Which are the cars that you are looking forward to see at the Auto Expo? We're going to tell you 10 of ours, 10 of the most exciting cars that are going to be of interest to you as well. Also in this video, we're going to talk about which are the car makers that are going to be present at the Auto Expo and which ones have decided to give it a miss. But still, with about 40 exhibitors and 24 new product launches, this year's Auto Expo promises something for everyone, from the hardcore auto enthusiast to the serious car buyers. So, without further ado, we'll get down to the first question: who all are going to be there at the Auto Expo? And these are the brands that are going to be there at the Expo, and sitting right on top of the heap is new kid on the block, Kia Motors. There's also the mass market bigwigs, Maruti, Suzuki, Renault, Honda, Hyundai, as will be homegrown automakers Mahindra and Tata Motors, along with luxury car brands Mercedes-Benz and BMW. So now we get on to our second question: who will not be there at the Expo? And as you can see, that's a pretty long list, but that does not mean that there are not going to be any updates or launches from these car makers. In fact, some of them have chosen to strategically reveal their models closer to the Expo. So now let's get down to our list of the top 10 hottest new cars and concepts that you can expect to spot at the Auto Expo. And in no particular order, we're going to start with the Maruti Swift. Now we know a lot of you have been waiting for this car and it's finally here. Well, almost. We've driven the new Swift and the review is right up there. So what is it like? It's lighter, better loaded, and a lot more practical as well. And while it carries forward the same engines as on the previous Swift, it also comes with a new 5-speed AMT. So all that remains to be seen now is the Swift's pricing, and that we're going to find out at the Expo. So if you want to be the first ones to get the pricing updates about the new Swift, we suggest you follow our social hashtag #FirstToExpo. Maruti Concept Future S. This one is a concept version of a future micro SUV from Maruti Suzuki. Think of it as a rugged alternative to the Swift. Maruti says that the Future S previews an all-new design language that will be seen on all Maruti compact cars in the future. Now the interesting bit here is that this design is built entirely in-house, and if all goes as per plans, we might see a production version of this car by early 2019. Tata Q501. This one's going to be a new flagship from Tata Motors, and we are going to see it at the Auto Expo, not in the production form, but probably as a prototype. The Q501, that's the code name for this vehicle, is based on a derivative of the Land Rover Freelander 2 platform. And you might have seen this car being tested on our roads under the Discovery Sport body. And if rumors are to be believed, this car is going to have the same Fiat Source 2-liter multi-jet diesel engine that's offered on the Jeep Compass as well. And yes, it's going to have all-wheel drive. Mahindra TUV 300 Plus. This one's the Mahindra TUV 300 Plus. And this one's going to be effectively a successor to the Xylo. And as the name suggests, it's going to be a larger version of the TUV 300. Now this SUV is going to be targeted at semi-urban Indian markets as an affordable and durable people mover. And since this isn't a sub-4 meter SUV, it will most likely have a 2.2-liter MHOG diesel engine instead of the 1.5-liter engine that's on the regular TUV, but with a slightly detuned 120-odd PS state of tune. That is because its focus is going to be entirely on fuel efficiency. Hyundai Santro concept. The next car that you must not miss at the Expo is the new Hyundai Santro. Yes, the Santro is set for a comeback, but it may not necessarily be called the Santro. Hyundai will preview a concept version of its new budget hatchback, and it will have a 3-cylinder petrol engine, and most likely it's going to also come with an AMT once it hits production. But effectively, this is going to be the spiritual successor to the i10. Honda Amaze concept. Honda is looking to amaze you with the pre-production prototype of the new Amaze at the Auto Expo. It's likely to continue with the same engine options, but you can see an all-new design which is in line with the Honda City, which means you could have features like projector headlamps, LED daytime running lamps, LED tail lamps, the digipad infotainment system, and maybe, just maybe, even a sunroof. Kia Niro. Kia Motors, the newcomer on the automotive scene, is going to be in full force at the Auto Expo, and it will have 18 cars at the venue. And one of them that we are looking forward to is the Niro. It looks a bit bigger than the Creta but smaller than the Tucson, and it looks something of a cross between an MPV and an SUV. It has a design that's not too radical, but it's still something new for the Indian markets. The BMW 6 GT. It is a successor to the BMW 5 Series Grand Tourer. It is essentially a 5 Series with a coupe-like body style, and while it might look like something that puts style first, it is quite practical as well. Expect the 6 GT to have the same 2 and 3 litre engines that are standard on the 5 Series. Mercedes-Benz Concept EQ. The Concept EQ is a very important car because it previews a production model named the Mercedes-Benz EQC that will hit global markets by 2020. It features a twin-motor all-electric setup and is a 5-seater that has a range of around 500 kilometers per charge. Toyota VIOS. And with that, we come to the final car on our list, the Toyota VIOS. Now, the VIOS has been seen testing on our country roads recently, and it's also called the Yaris in some other markets. The VIOS is Toyota's first direct attempt at introducing an alternative to the Hyundai Verna, Honda City and the Maruti Ciaz. And it is most likely going to carry the same engines as in the Etios. But there could be an option of a CVT, at least with the petrol. So this was our quick roundup of what to expect at this year's Auto Expo. While many auto manufacturers have revealed what they're going to showcase at the Expo, there's still a lot more to discover. For more details about the Auto Expo, you can check out the links in the description. We're going to be coming to you live from ground zero, so stay tuned to CarDekho.com.